In this video you will learn how to use Onlyoffice docs with Dolmen. You can embed the Onlyoffice document editor into a model screen. To install the Onlyoffice docs server on your computer, you will need to download distributives of Erlang, RabbitMQ, Onlyoffice docs Community Edition, install Erlang and RabbitMQ, create a PostgreSQL database and a database user for the Onlyoffice docs server, and install Onlyoffice docs server. Links and instructions can be found on the onlyoffice.com website. I am downloading distributives. Installing Erlang. Installing RabbitMQ. Creating a database and a database user. And I'm installing Onlyoffice docs server, and the port is gonna be 8040. To test Onlyoffice, I am starting the Onlyoffice document server example service, and I am clicking onto Onlyoffice demo link. Now I'm gonna configure the Dolmen server. I have to install the Onlyoffice module and configure it. In server conf file, I edit a section, Module Settings Onlyoffice. In host, I wrote the URL of the Onlyoffice server API. It's working on the port of 8040. And in Dolmen server URL, I wrote the URL of the Dolmen server API. To install a module, you will need to place its distribution zip file into the workspace folder Custom Dolmen Modules and run update bot. After Dolmen server restart, the Onlyoffice module is gonna be available for installation in Administration, Server and Modules, Module Management. To test the Onlyoffice module, go to Administration Tools, Onlyoffice Connection Test. In the screen editor, I need to create a data source for the table Onlyoffice doc info and link it with the table with file info and with the table with file binary data. And to do that, I need to configure a filter for the operation select list. Doc row ID has to be equal to the current ID from the data source with file info, and the assign field is the string with the table name and the field with file binary data. And configure execute and change to run select when current ID of the file info data source is changed. Also, I edit an action, GUI edit document, to go to the document editing mode. The file info data source has an upload action, and I'm gonna refresh the doc info data source after it runs. Then, after the file upload, the file is gonna show in the editor form. And I need to create a form for the doc info data source and add actions, select and edit document. And I can show the file name in the form label. Let's see what we've got. I'm uploading a spreadsheet and editing it. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this has been informative.